This is Pat Iyer with Jason Tracey. We have been planning a course to help specifically legal nurse consultants close more deals, get more cases in the door from the clients that they love to serve. Jason is a sales trainer and a former nursing home aide. He understands the healthcare world as well as the sales world. And isn't that what we're all about? We understand the healthcare world. We understand the legal world. Sometimes it's the sales world that's a little bit of a mystery or a stumbling block. Jason, I know that people sometimes come to you with preconceived ideas or icky feelings about sales. How can we tackle the sales process without feeling icky?
I know, and I've been there. And I came, like you said, from that nursing home space and being in that nursing world where we're really heart-centered people and we want to take care of people. That was me. And so coming into sales and having that icky feeling or being trained around icky, slimy ways, it didn't really sit with me, and I struggled with it. It took finding strategies to be authentic, to embrace my story, to understand my personality and how I can serve people at the highest level, understanding how to get information from the prospect I'm talking to that is just crucial in order to be able to take them and serve them at the highest level.
Yeah, I think what you're pointing out is how important it is that we recognize the people aspect of this. If you look at a potential client as a transaction, you will depersonalize them. If you come from a point of desperation, you can shove them away quite unintentionally.
Yes. I always say take the transaction out of the interaction. I think that's what really muddies up sales quite a bit. And that's one of the things that we'll teach you through the course is how to take that transaction out of the interaction, because that's really what makes you so nervous and fearful. But a strategy to show you how you're going to intentionally still have a sales conversation and still land the deal, even though it doesn't feel that icky transaction type style conversation.
And landing the deal is what we want to help legal nurse consultants achieve. You've got knowledge. I'm speaking to you, the legal nurse consultant. You have knowledge that the attorney needs. You know how to read those medical records. You know how to communicate with people. You know how the healthcare system works. The attorney doesn't have that knowledge and counts on you to be the interface. And how you handle that sales conversation is critical. It's the difference between the attorney saying, I think I will send you this case. Where do you want the check sent? Or who should I make the check payable to? My favorite phrase, I must admit. Or the attorney putting down the phone or getting off the Zoom call and saying, well, she doesn't sound like she knows what she's talking about. I think I need to find somebody else.
Yes. You'll see in the list here in the bullet point of one of the things that we're going to talk about is selling intuitively. And somebody might say, what is that? Well, let me ask you a question. Do you feel like you need to be somebody else when you're selling? Or do you feel like you are somebody else when you're selling? That's a big area that we're going to really tackle and help you to Pat's point. You already have the answers. You already know what it's like to serve people at the highest level. You already have so much area of genius that we're going to show you how to make that you being an intuitive to having a conversation that highlights your differences, that isn't somebody else's differences, or you're not talking in somebody else's voice. It's hard enough being successful being yourself, let alone trying to be like somebody else because you think that's what it takes to be successful in sales. The system that I teach, Be the Difference, and what we're going to go through in this program is going to show you how to operate within your own personality, within your own comfort zone, while landing the deal.
Yes, I think the idea of operating within your comfort zone sounds wonderful, Jason.
It does, and I've been on both ends, Pat. So I can tell you that serving at the highest level, operating in your comfort zone, that is where it's at, versus being out of body and trying to be someone else and somebody different. There's so much fear and anxiety in that spot.
Yeah, I'm all about getting rid of fear and anxiety, and yet, it keeps people trapped and it keeps people frustrated people being legal nurse consultants who want to work with a particular attorney or law firm, and yet these sales barriers slow them down. They don't know how necessarily to ask for the work, even though that sounds very simple, like just ask for the work. What do they say when the attorney raises objections? How much time is it going to take? I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. Your rates are too high. You haven't worked in this particular area of nursing. What makes you think you can communicate with me? A whole host of objections that can come up that can literally stop you right there unless you know how to handle them. What can you share with our class attendee about those topics, Jason?
Well, I can tell you that why I'm so passionate about sales and training and helping people become the difference and free that burden of that fear is that you talked about it. Sales is so important, or landing that deal is so important, because if you don't have a business. And I've watched so many people feel like they're failures or they have to go back to their day job, or they can't pursue their dream of owning a business because they feel like they're not good at sales. And like you said earlier, the answers, the ability is already inside you. We're just going to unlock it. We're going to uncage that beast, and you're going to go out there and be able to close more deals and not only survive in business, but actually build a thriving practice.
Yes. I know that many people who are watching this are interested in building a thriving practice. So I would encourage you to take a look at the material that we've put together on the webpage below, right below this video, which is at lnc.tips/sales. That's lnc.tips/sales. That describes information about the course that we are teaching starting April 11th, 2022. If you are watching this after that point is over, the course will be available for you in a recorded version so that you can go through it at your leisure and gain all of the information that you need to take away that icky feeling that we discussed and to be comfortable with the process of talking to attorneys. Jason and I will see you in the course.
Hope to see you there.